Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer, and today I'm doing the mid-year freakout tag. And this tag, I have no idea who started it. Everybody does it, nobody tags anybody on BookTube. And it's just mid-year questions of how your reading year has been going so far. And usually I was going to wait until the end of June and start this in July, but I thought I'd go ahead and start it now. I am in the middle of reading something that is good, so that would probably, if I really end up loving it, that'll probably be in my the end of the year stuff. Let's get started with the first question. The best book in 2021 so far, and that has to be Foundry Side. Foundry Side is so much fun. I had a great time reading it. Of course, it's not like there's a lot of serious elements in it, but it's so much fun. It's a heist type novel, and you don't know what's going on with a different type of magic. It does get a little confusing here and there at times, but this is my favorite book so far this year. And then I can't wait to read the second one, and I have the second one. It's just that, I don't know, it's like I'm waiting to read it. Like, I don't want it to end. I want to be, I think maybe closer to when the third book comes out, which I guess that's next year. But I don't want to forget this either. So I was starting new series, and I need to finish, or at least read the sequels to the other ones before I start new ones. I don't want to be on the back burner where I started so many series and then I forget what happens. But anyways, yeah, this is so much fun. A heist novel. It's a girl named Sancha. And I always said Sansia while reading it. I probably will, but I think other people was like saying Sancha. Heist novel. You don't know who you can trust. There ends up being a group that helps each other. The magic system is crazy. The shit that the main character has to go through. Highly enjoyable. I can't wait for the second one. Best sequel we read so far this year, and I've only read one, which was Thunderhead, and I am in the middle of reading right now The Dragon Republic, which is the sequel to the Poppy War. But yeah, that one I'm only 200 pages in out of 650. So this was the only sequel that I've read. This is the sequel to Scythe, and this was a lot of fun too. There was so many twists and turns, especially the ending cliffhanger. It's like, what? So I can't wait to read what the third one has in store. And then number 3, a new release that you haven't read yet, but you want to. And I'm not really sure what is new this year. Everything seems new to me. I mean, some things are obviously older, but some of these things, it's like, I don't even know. Did it come out this year? Did it come out last year? And, but I would say, I guess, The Four Winds, because that came out this year. That's a Kristen Hanna book, and you can't go wrong with her usually, so I'll just say that. And number four, the most anticipated release for the second half of the year. And I didn't really know. I was trying to look up stuff, and a lot of the things that I want to read come out next year. So I just went with what's her name? Gabby from Gabby Reads. She read a book called Just One Look by Lindsay Cameron. That sounded really good. That comes out in July, at the end of July, and it's like a obsession type book where the main character is obsessed with this guy, and I don't know what else goes into it, but she says that because she did a vlog about obsessions, like people who were obsessed, kind of like you know, in that show, Book and Show, where Joe is obsessed with his love interests and stuff, and it's kind of similar to that, but it's a girl, and she said it's awesome. And number 5, biggest disappointment. That was Opal and Nev, the final revival of Opal and Nev. So that one is targeted as like similar to Daisy Jones and the Six, but, you know, completely different aspect of story and different writing and stuff. And I was like super highly anticipated, and don't get me wrong, there were some great parts in that book, and that were, you know, really interesting, enjoyable, and heartbreaking at times. But especially like basically the big thing that happened in the middle, and the middle was the best part, I would want to say. but there was so many, like, it was slow. I didn't care about certain things that were going on, and especially the fashion aspect, and it was just dragging, and the ending was just kind of blah to me. So yeah, that was a disappointment. Number 6, the biggest surprise, and that would have to be Finley Donovan is killing it. And I just finished this. Was this the last book I read? I think before I started Dragon Republic. No, I read something else 2 books ago. This one was a huge surprise. I wasn't expecting to connect with these characters, enjoy it so much, and Claire loves this cover. It's so pink, and she just loves the blue glasses, huh? Yeah, so this one was so much fun. It's like a mystery, not too much thrillery. I want to a little bit. There's comedy in there. There's a little bit of drama. It's fun. I was laughing. It was great. And number 7, favorite new author, and a lot of these people are new to me. I mean, like the lady who wrote this. Who wrote this? El Kazman? I don't know, this chick who wrote this. And then R.F. Kuang, who wrote Poppy War and Dragon Republic, you know, all that series. And Robert Jackson Bennett, of course, with Foundry Side and stuff. So much fun. Good writer. I mean, how could they not be my favorite authors this year that we found? Let me see. Number 8, newest fictional crush. I don't get any fictional crushes, I guess. Maybe. I mean, of course, when you read Twilight and shit, of course. Like, but, you know, nowadays it's kind of like, no, I mean, they're good for the main character. I don't see them with me. They're not a fictional crush for me, but good for the main character. Like, in Finley Donovan, I really enjoyed the bartender / lawyer student. I mean, I think he's great for her. Oh, and We Believed in Mermaids. There's this character on one of the, because the storyline is, you see the perspective of these 2 sisters on When We Believed in Mermaids. And on one of the sisters, she meets this man, and he's really helpful, really into her, so sweet. I thought he was great for her. So that's my answer to that. Number 10, a book that made you cry. I don't think I necessarily cried this year like I did reading some books last year. But this year I would say the closest, maybe teary-eyed, was The Dream Daughter by Diane Chamberlain. And that one, that's such a good story. It's one of my favorites this year. But yeah, I would say that book was so wonderful. Number 11, a book that made you happy. And I would say, again, these 2, Foundry Side and Finley Donovan. It was just so much fun, both of these books. And then the most beautiful book you got this year, whether you bought it, got a gift, or whatever. And I would say, like, these books, Foundry Side and Shorefall. Shorefall is the sequel to Foundry Side, and I'm really excited to read it. But look at these, like, I just love the covers. Like, they're so cool. And then I really liked the spines. I think that's awesome. Books you need to read by the end of the year. So, as mentioned, Shorefall. I really want to get to this one. And then I'm reading the Dragon Republic, of course, like I said. I'm reading this Dragon Republic, and the 3rd book, which is the final of the series, is called The Burning God. So I really want to finish, I want to finish a series. I want to finish the Scythe series, like I finished this one, and then the 3rd one's called The Toll. I want to read Vicious by V.E. Schwab, and this is, the thing is, I'm trying to finish other things. I don't want to start this because this is a duology, and I would have to read a second one. I'm trying to finish other series beforehand. And then there's also ones like No Exit, They Never Learn, which are thrillers. And then Gabby from Gabby Reads mentioned there's this book that just recently came out called The Plot, and it just sounds like a mind fuck, and it sounds awesome. Like, I guess, like, here, I'll tell you a little about it, the way she explained it. I guess, like, this man is a teacher. I don't know if it's in college or high school. One of those, like, it was either high school or college, And this kid comes up with this really good idea. Said he's gonna write this book one day, and this like really cool idea of a story. He turns out, I don't know if it's how many years later or whatever, the professor finds out that that guy died, and there was he looked up to make sure if there was any story coming out, trying to figure out if that guy ever wrote that story, and then now he's coming up with a story himself, and he's gonna write a book about it. And I guess it's like thrillery, and I was like, this sounds so intriguing. I was like, what a cool idea for a book. I wonder how they came up with that. That's so cool. But yeah, so that is my mid-year freakout tag. Let me know what you guys would answer to any of these questions. If you've read any of these books, what you anticipate for your reads, for my reads, and what you think I'll like, what you think I won't like, and were you surprised by any of these? Anyways, thank you again for watching. Yeah, bye.